Look, I'm not a hateful person or anything. I believe we should all live and let live. But lately, been having a real problem with these homosexuals, man. You see, just about wherever I go these days, one of them approaches me and just starts sucking my cock. Like, take last Sunday, for instance. When I casually struck up a conversation with this guy in the health club locker room. Nothing fruity, just a couple of fellas talking around there, talking about their workout routines while doing a nice hot shower, you know. The guy looks like a real man's man. 2, big biceps, meaty thighs, thick neck. He didn't seem the least bit gay. At least not until he started sucking my cock, that is, you know.
The Shrek 2 soundtrack is a masterpiece, better composed and more coherent than any soundtrack in the history of fine film.
This is the exact reason I have a strong sexual attraction to donuts. Ever since I was 15, I would constantly ask my parents to bring home donuts from our local donut shop for me. They would give me donuts.
My asshole comes in a car tire. If anyone actually reads this, keep in mind that an average asshole of a human being can dilate between 2 to 4 centimeters. One car tire is roughly 500 by 200 centimeters. So yeah, fitting a car tire in my asshole is probably a world record and should deserve a Guinness Book of World Records entry. My first piece of advice is if you think you can beat this record, is don't even try. My second piece of advice...
To be fair, it takes an altitudinal IQ to comprehend 9 fathom Richard and Mortimer. The humor is extremement subtile. Without a doctorate degree converting Bell inequalities, microlattice structures, Schrödingerian quasi-contradictory quandaries, etc. Basically common knowledge among the top 10.3% among the world's best theoretical physicists. Most of the jokes will evanesce or float among the world's best, float away like Kantian nomina vis-a-vis Kantian phenomena. In other semantic units, aka words to plebs, as they say in some ethno-linguistic communities. But I digress. Arigato Gojira. I haven't read that out all the way.
Arigato Gojira.
He must be literally Japanese, like in the text. Anyway, further, thus, to neologize and neologism henceforth, Rick's existential ideological naysaying, which is itself located within via Althusserian Foucauldian post-structuralism, along the subversive critical lines of various neo-Marxist, Leninist, Maoist analyses. His tacit, also see reference Polanyi, schemata, appropriates effective resonances from Narodnaya Volya literature, aka, and then he links me, what is the word?
네, 아마는 너무 동동해.
Are you reading the Korean?
That was the Korean for you.
Okay, thank you. The fans understand this, and then he links me what's either Japanese or Korean.
I think that's Chinese.
Or Japanese or Chinese, I mean. Yeah, it's a whatever. As colloquially known, except for getting your cases, or Getty your case. Fuck this person who wrote it. Anyway, excepting for Getty your cases, to quote the Chinese media scholar Jean-Claude Baudrillard, un jugement négatif vous donne plus de satisfaction que d'éloge, à condition que cela ressemble à de la jalousie. Sorry. To truly, but what is truth? See also Surah 2:140, John 18:38. To appreciate the Aristotelian, Thomistic, Hegelian, synthetic, a priori, interpretative dialogic concealed within and without these tokens of justice, to realize that they are not just totalitarian ha-ha-has in a post-postmodern world of hegemonic hoo-hoo-hoos, light-hearted Chopin to your heavy-handed Brahms. If I may, no pun intended, they betoken something deep about Heideggerian Dasein. See also the Mahabharata, which is an Indian, religious text, 539-58, through which we can, in the words of the poet William Wordsworth, and then more Chinese. Oh, but good, they trade Chinese into Note: mankind is a sexist term. See Judith Butler's Gender Trouble, published by Routledge, London, March 1990. Or should I say, specimens of mankind. M_N kind, who manifest dissatisfaction, i.e., and then I also don't speak Greek. Contingent upon their finite liminal qualia vis-a-vis Rick and Morty's transcendental perception via memification truly. But again, what is truth? Something.
Mo. I don't remember that word.
It's shinderu.
Oh, there you go.
Shinderu.
That makes sense.
Are idiotos, masculine of idiota in German, contra patriarchal discourse. Of course, necessarily they wouldn't appreciate vis-a-vis their unity of conscientiousness. For instance, the linguistico-Bayesian formal articulation in Rick's slogan existential wub level of dub dub, which itself is a Derridian polyhypertextual paradactylic reference to Turgenev's Lacanian epic, reminiscent of Turgenev's earlier, and then I don't speak Russian either. I'm smirking right now in several languages. Just envisioning my corpus callosum, one of the cisgendered capitalist fascist hyper-puritanical anti on the corporatistic bigots scratching their some Japanese Chinese, and then in parentheses it says excuse my French. In anti-jouissance as polyglot Renaissance, then man Dan Harbin's Minervian owl unfolds itself. Note, and then
I'm not reading this.
I'm not
all of
either.
the kanji in it, but it basically says something about how you, and then like it's saying something about how you're an idiot, and then something about fish time.
Wait, you're an idiot, and then what?
Something about fish time.
Anyways, at the break of dawn, Dune, semantic balderdash, on their Lovecraftian boob tubes to subtly reference the semantic units of the Scottish philosopher David Hume, who would also say,
Anata no mama wa totemo. I don't remember what fucking word or how to pronounce that. Teiru, which that is cleanse. And then, would you like to read the next English word?
I'll read the French, just je suis tout seul. Where are you? Oh, wait, that's just Daniel. Okay.
The Korean is Arum daun Yonghae ul kaji.
Okay. I legitimately want to
It
read
literally
all
just
of
means
one take and just learn how to pronounce all of the rest of this.
Well, so you fucked up. I think my favorite part is that you fucked up gozaimasu and you said Gojira instead.
That's a good.
Look, man, I taught myself Japanese. You can't even
Wait, did you actually teach yourself Japanese?
Yes.
That's a
So
very-
over the summer, 2 summers ago.
We're talking about Metal of Rush here. We're not surprised.
Wait,
Well, look, I was reading Derrida and I was reading
You
linguistics.
act like you wouldn't be surprised if he did it overnight.
all right, can we
Yeah,
all
I
just,
was
can we all
like-
just rejoice in an old Kazakhstan class?
Okay, wait. Where are we?
Bitch the fuck.
Okay. Bitch, the fuck are you doing? Spaghetti is definitely not European ramen. That basic idea of pasta in the first place came from China, which is in Asia. Hence, spaghetti, which is also Asian. You actual bitches think you can make fun of a country's delicacy like that? I think the fuck not. Spaghetti is usually served with a minced meat and tomato sauce, while ramen, on the other hand, has a variety of different things to choose from its rich aroma and its handcrafted noodles. You white faggots can stay with your machine-made hard toothpicks while I slurp and chow down on my exquisite noodles.
All
Wait,
right.
there's nothing else.
That's it.
It just stops.
Yep.
Uh,
Imagine you're truly immortal in space. Your body regenerates through some strange magic, right? You jack it. Eventually, you will ejaculate. That ejaculation will give you a tiny, minuscule amount of thrust. You jack it again the next day. Hell, maybe that same day. I don't judge. Same result. You shudder. A tiny amount of thrust. Then again, and again, and again over eons. You'll go faster and faster, incredibly slowly, yes, but faster still. This is kind of how ion engines work. Tiny amounts of thrust, but over long enough timescales, you get serious results. Eventually, your jacking will propel you to an appreciable fraction of the speed of light. You'll be propelled across the cosmos at the end of light years long stream of Gossamer wads.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Brings a tear
The
to my
fuck are
eye.
you guys reading?
Okay.
I'm done listening to you guys. I felt gay just listening to you.
Hold up, Greg. You want to feel even gayer?
That's what's no, that's what Sin said.
Greg,
intro.
When my
you're up,
dad-
you're up, you're next. Greg,
Oh yeah,
Am I
Greg,
reading?
go.
Greg,
What am I reading?
Greg, you should read the latest.
Alright. Let me- Hold on, wait. Alright.
you said you were next, dude. You said
Yeah. Shut up. When my dad caught me sucking dick, he made me sit down and suck an entire carton of dicks. Thinking it would make me sick of sucking dick. Quite the opposite. It was the beginning. It was the beginning of my insatiable dick sucking addiction. Every day is a struggle, but with the love and support of my friends and wife, I'm doing just fine. Dick free for 9 months next week. Who's doing this one? Me again?
I'll do it.
Alright.
Oh,
Okay.
I had upstairs neighbors who were awesome. Two 20-something guys, nice and clean cut. But I slept below their bedroom and I heard what went on. One of them was like a machine. I used to lay awake in the awe of this dude. Constant rhythm, perfect sync. And I could tell he was hitting it deep for a good 30 minutes nonstop. I fapped a couple of times. Not in a gay way, but gay or straight. If you heard this guy and his deep pound method, it'd amaze you like it made me. Eventually, I realized I slept below their kitchen, not their bedroom, and I had fapped to the laundry on spin cycle, that they were probably just two straight guys sharing an apartment.
You're welcome.
Daniel, where's the next one? Let's go.
I'm trying to see. This
I don't
one's-
even need VirtueBot 2 anymore. All right, I got this one. You awake in a cold sweat. The Grim Reaper is hovering above you. He leans in and whispers in your ear, "It is your time, mortal." Shocked, you know what you must do. You look him directly in the skull. "Do I have ligma?" Falls right in the trap. Ligma. Lightning jolts from your eyes as the power of God himself courses through your veins. You merely whisper, but as the words leave your mouth, they transform into a sonic boom. "Ligma balls, bitch!" The Reaper that once floated in front of you is nothing but a pile of ashes. You've defeated death himself. Your body transformed into a being of pure energy. Immortal, you retreat to the heavens and play Fortnite until the heat death of the universe. You are God.
I have the power of God and anime on my
Holy shit.
Thank you.
It's
That
the
was
funniest shit I've ever seen.
that was beautiful.
Oh man.
Where's the next one, Daniel?
It's
I have
fucking
to,
platinum.
I have to curate these. I can't just pick random ones. Come on.
They gotta be perfect.
I mean, you don't really have to curate them. We'll read anything.
See, you've already
Alright.
got me saying, like, fucking like dog's dick, dude. It can't get worse.
Hey, you don't have me talking about a dick yet, though.
Oh wait, no, I'll do this one, dude.
Do it.
Lil Pump was pinned up against a wall while 21 Savage rubbed his hands over his sides. Ayo, man, I said no homo, so it's good. The older responded as he grabbed Pump's pump and looked at it. Holy shit, bro, your meat be bigger than the Eiffel statue, he said.
Grabbed Pump's
in his
pump.
mouth. A soft moan,
Statue.
and he grabbed 21's hair in surprise. Homie, your mouth be spitting rhymes and sucking my meat. No homo, man. 21 just grunted in response and deep-throated him, his tip going deep down his throat.
No.
Homie, you really got that meat, huh? 21 said as he pulled away, and Lil Pump laughed seductively. Skirt, bruh. You know how it is. 21 laughed back and deep-throated him again, bobbing his head at a quick pace. Yo, holy fuck, bruh. Pump gasped as his hands returned to his hair. 21's laughter sent vibrations up his sensitive flesh, and he knew that he wouldn't be able to last much longer. After minutes and minutes of 21 Lil Pump's meat stick, the young rapper knew he couldn't hold it back anymore. The magic white juice sprayed like his Uzi across 21's face, and the older of the two flinched in response. Damn, nigga, you really got a nut that much? He said as he wiped his face off, and Pump chuckled. Eh, no homo though, he asked hopefully, and 21 nodded. No homo, nigga.
That was pretty good. I got a good one.
Oh, all right. I got this one.
Ooh.
Dude, I swear to God, my parents are gonna walk in and be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
I got this one. The Shrek 2 soundtrack is a masterpiece, better composed and more coherent than any soundtrack in the history of fine film. Every song is so recognizable, with a matching scene so memorable that now anytime anyone who's seen Shrek 2 hears the song Funky Town, you always think of the fairy godmother. Every time anybody hears I Need Some Sleep, you think of how Shrek is feeling and the hardship he's going through in his modern fantasy world, his troubles with his wife Fiona, and worrying about becoming a father. The soundtrack of Shrek 2 communicates the feeling of the movie in every instant more than any other soundtrack in the history of film has or ever will be able to. It is for these reasons that beyond a reasonable doubt, Shrek 2 has the best soundtrack in fine film history.
That was pretty good.
Thank you. Greg, do you want to read the one that you posted?
Yeah, that seems like something you should read. That seems like
It's like something Greg should read.
It feels
Greg,
like
I'm
something
pretty sure
Greg
that's
wrote
not
himself.
actually a yeah, I was just about to say that. That doesn't look like a copy pasta. I'm pretty sure you just like wrote your life story down.
He took it from his own fanfic collection.
Yeah.
While Greg is trying to figure out how to unmute himself, Miles, would you like to read the one that Daniel just posted?
Alright.
Oh well.
Yeah, let me just make sure it's not gonna be another thing that I have to like pay people off to not show the world when I like run for president. You know what I mean?
Daniel, you're sending me
Oh,
that video. You're sending me the video after this, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay,
Dana,
good.
you better send it to me as well, okay? I'm in there.
I'll post it everywhere. I will in
Alright,
some
alright.
places.
I'm in there a good amount.
I only read normie stuff, so it's okay.
I only read normie stuff.
Come on,
Can
Shrek.
Wolverine really kill Thanos? Ooh.
What?
Okay.
Dog champion.
Lil Pump is a child prodigy. At a mere 3 years of age, he was able to fully master the English language. When he turned 5, he enrolled at Hamburger State University. There, he earned his bachelor's degree in lyrical compositions with a concentration in mumble rap. By 6, he had mastered calculus and started. Sorry, the bumps moved. By 6, he had mastered calculus and started writing his PhD-level academic papers. He struggled a bit with integral calculus. He figured it out through the dedication and hard work over almost 23 minutes. In one of his papers, he addressed a mathematical application of music that transcends human logic, acting as the spark for his music career. Before he could start his journey to music stardom, he resolved to finish his PhD. By 8, his intellectual capacity had exceeded that of an average 28-and-a-half-year-old. Realizing his prodigious growth, Lil Pump thought he should spend some more time in self-reflection, get a better grasp on what he could expect of himself in the future. So he went to the Himalayas for 7 years to find himself. There, he interacted with 35 Yetis and managed to convince the Hindu god Shiva to add him on Snapchat. After returning, Lil Pump kept his accomplishments secret so people wouldn't make a big deal out of them. He's always been a modest type. Finally, he started his music career. Having attained the status of a superhuman entity, nothing he has recently said seems to be comprehensible. His recent hit, Gucci Gang, is a work of art that scholars at top institutions around the world have failed to decipher. Lines from that lyrical masterpiece, such as Gucci Gang, 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 and Ma Belle La Duc Gang. have felt have felt academicians have left academicians puzzled as to their true meaning, with 17 Harvard professors having committed suicide after realizing the relative inferiority as compared to the God-man himself. Miles had to read this one, carrot 100% at Sode, come back quick.
Unmute Greg so he can read his copy pasta.
Oh yeah, he's unmuted.
Greg, you gotta unmute yourself, homie.
Did you start?
I'm trying to get a really good one. Hold on. It's a really good.
Read the one you posted.
I have to type it out.
Dude.
Oh, it's not that good though.
Oh my god.
You posted it. You gotta read it.
It's not good enough to share, but not good enough for yourself. You think you're better than us?
Look, if it's a confession, then you can't just post it. You gotta say it as well. You need to get it off your chest, okay?
In 2007, I shipped Knuckles and Rogue, but the illness grew and grew. Soon every woman I looked at was like Rogue, and I would imagine her being with Knuckles.
Hold on. It's Rouge.
Oh,
It's Rouge.
okay. I don't play Sonic. I recorded myself through playing Sonic and Sonic Adventures 2, and illegally downloaded Sonic X, and went back through the recordings and found all the scenes when Knuckles and Rouge had.
Yo.
You ruined it.
I compiled these all into a CD and labeled it as proof. I would spend hours every day looking at the same fan drawn art that shipped Knuckles and Rouge, and my obsession grew more and more. I rewatched every single scene of the anime where it was hinted they liked each other and rewatched them. I would look up Rule 34 of Rouge in every single one with Sonic or Shadow. I would pretend didn't exist. I got into a fight with someone on the internet about whether Rouge liked Shadow more or Knuckles, and everybody in the thread said Shadow. I almost killed myself that night. Eventually, I stopped going to school pretending to be sick. I was 17 and didn't go for 2 weeks just so I could ship Knuckles and Rouge and read every fan fiction and view every fan art. My parents discovered my gigabytes of files on Knuckles and Rouge when I went to the bathroom, the only time I left my room, and threatened to break my computer. I threw my mom and stopped myself from hitting her with my belt. I clung to my computer and screamed, and they called the police, where I was taken away and hospitalized for a month. This went on for 5 months, and I stopped going to school the last 2 weeks of the fiasco, and started to get really bad during the last 2 months. I had to retake all my state tests, finals, again in January because I couldn't take the test. I was removed from the National Honor Society after that.
Honestly, Greg, if you posted that in the Serious channel, we would believe it. This one, I wish Nutty was still here so he could read it.
Oh, I got this one. Oh, yes, I got this one hard.
Sorry. There's
So-
a re in there.
That's why I got this one hard. So I was having a protein shake at the mall and I had to piss. I took off my shirt and pants before I went pissing. As I walked through the door, I saw 3 fat, sweaty virgins pissing in a jar. They turned around and saw my 8-pack and horse cock. I heard a whee, followed by a piss jar aimed at me. As a true Chad, I can get an erection on command. I jumped in the air and cock slapped the jar back into the face of the thrower. Surprisingly, the piss had no effect on them. Some kind of immunity, it seems. Suddenly, they begin charging. God, the accent's changing. Suddenly, they begin charging at me. I quickly responded by flexing my massive muscles, which induced fear into them. I ran out the door into the parking garage. I called my friends Fad, Chad, and Logan for some
Yo, was
back.
that Logan Paul?
They arrived in their Hummer armed with high-protein shakes. We roamed the mall but couldn't find them. So we just had a massive orgy in the food court with 30 or so women. Then we went home. Jesus Christ. I like how it started to devolve into a fucking New Zealand a Kiwi accent in the middle there.
I know.
Who's gonna read the Lil Pump one?
Oh, Mello read that one.
Yeah,
no,
we all
no,
you
no.
read that one.
I recorded. I'll send you. It's so good.
Oh,
This one's pretty good too.
send me now.
All right. I'll get this one too.
Wow.
Don't even worry about it.
Dude, this one's mild.
Yeah, this one is mild. I know.
This one's a nice mild sauce packet from.
Oh wait, maybe we should give this one to Miles because of how mild it is.
Ooh.
He's had so many ones that are just
Insane.
insane. He might need a mild one this time.
That is true.
All right. Honestly, dude, quick scoping in the year of our Lord 2018, What the fuck are you even doing? Genuine question. You're playing a gritty World War II game, essentially a simulator, and you're running around like a massive throbbing cock fag and quickscoping people. It's not 2012. What the fuck is wrong with you? Stop being such a massive cunt bag. I genuinely hope you, your family, any pet that you have, and all the people you ever have liked die in a painful and slow grease fire. I genuinely hope you die.
Oh. Alright. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. E is the greatest meme to ever exist. It contains so much irony that in order to truly understand its overwhelming complexity, it takes 20 to 30 minutes. The first time I saw E in April, I needed a moment to regain my composure after one of the hardest laughing fits I ever encountered sent me to the floor. On top of the mashup of Lord Farquaad and Markiplier, two already very dank figures due to different reasons, the knock-on effect of Shrek/All-Star, and YouTube drama, respectively. The deep-fried nature adds to the irony of the image. However, that is just the fuel. The spark of the meme's unfathomable amount of humor comes from its simplest element, the single letter E, and its impact font glory. On top of impact font being an extremely dank format when deep fried due to its high irony, the single letter E surpasses all other possible captions due to the simple fact that the letter E is able to not only shine a window into how many memes have become so meta that a single letter is hilarious, but also because the simplicity of it is able to bring out an extra level of humor due to how absurd it is. E is an absolute masterpiece and should be rendered as such.
Thank you.
Am I the only one that thinks that E meme is retarded as fuck?
Oh, it's retarded as fuck, yeah.
Yes.
Who wants to read the one I posted?
Oh boy.
All right.
Wait, I'll do the next one.
No, I want to read the next one. Come on.
Oh my god.
Okay, go.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Why is my pee-pee hard? Or is it? Well, you see, we need to start with the pee-pee itself. The hardening of the pee-pee is called an erection. Erection. The term itself shares a similarity with our own predecessors, Homo erectus. That's Latin for gay straight. So naturally, we can start to fill in the picture. Our predecessors, gay straights, also had hard pee-pees. Which brings us back to modern day erections. You see, an erection is a signal to tell you that you are a gay, a leftover device from the era of gay straights. But what is gay? To quote Nelson Mandela, to be gay is not to love others. It is to love yourself and to stay true to the face of many hardships and hard dicks. In layman's terms, Nelson Mandela is trying to tell us to go fuck ourselves. This is vital to know because it puts into perspective the absolute size of gayness itself, divided into a unique homogenous subgroups. Such a diverse range is exactly why the flag of LGBTQ communities is a rainbow. But you ask,
BBQ.
how does this tie into what gay is? I'm getting there. Gay is a slang term for homosexual, which is to have sexual interest in someone of the same gender as yourself. To see more on the topic of gender, click the annotation on my face now for a playlist of videos specifically on the subject. So, to answer your question, your pee-pee is hard because you're gay. Hopefully, today's little snippet was a good brain train for you. If you'd like to find other ways to test your mind metal, click the annotation up here to go see some of my huge dongs. And as always, thanks for watching. Jesus Christ.
I really want Mello to read the next one. But I don't know if he's
Let me do the beautiful Despacito one.
Wait. Okay, do it. You're supposed to do the one that starts off with "Our story begins."
yeah. That one.
No. The one that I just said with Despacito.
No.
Yes,
You do
I'll
that
do that
one.
one too. I'll do that one too. So today in Spanish class, my teacher told us that we would be listening to a song in Spanish. Already, I began to tremble. Had a bad feeling about this. Which one? I asked shakily, not wanting to hear the answer. Despacito, she responds. I begin to hyperventilate. My worst fears have been realized. I fade in and out of consciousness. I clamp my palms over my ears, but I know it's futile. The song plays. I'm crying now, praying. God, Allah, Buddha, please help me. I curl up on the floor. There's nothing I can do now. And then it happens. The chorus plays. The girls in my class open their mouths. The screams of the damned, the shrieks of the tortured fill my ears and bounce around my skull. My eardrums rupture, blood leaking out. I try to scream, but no sound comes out. I can only sit there, violently shaking as it happens. After what seems like hours, it's finally over. I try to move, but I cannot make myself. My brain shuts down as my vision fades to black. I muster the last of my energy, uttering the accursed word. Despacito.
Beautiful. Wow.
All right.
I don't think I'm gonna top this last one I posted.
All right, I got
Okay,
this last one.
No, come on, dude. No.
Wait. Can we split it?
Which one?
The OO.
Oh.
No. This one's mine. This one's mine.
Come on.
Greg,
I call this one.
Fine.
Read it. Fucking read
Go.
mine.
Hello. Notices UN-sama's skirt is up, allowing me to gaze longingly at her world peace panties.
No.
I wonder if I can get a swift sniff of who we grow uwu sniffs UN-sama's panties. Oh
Can I
well,
skip this one?
UN-sama just noticed me. What to do? Oh, hi, UN. Shuffles even closer to her. Please don't censor me. Ooh, brings hand down, ready to ready for it to be caressing one of UN Sama's forbidden fruit. I promise I'll be good. And blushes. I can even make you feel gooder too. My hand moves in for the attack as my fingers invade her damp netherlands. UN Sama quivers and looks at me with fear and desire. I can't allow this. Oh. The quiver gets more intense as I find her Geneva spot. Whisper
Geneva.
in her ear. I'm going to put my assless in your Austria. I unzip my pants while UN Sama is on her knees, waiting for me to unveil my mighty meat scepter. All right, UN Sama, it's time for me to give you a shot. Burns.
No.
Burns UN Sama to her knees as I insert my meaty phallus into her vagina.
Do you like it when I shake my hips, UN Sama? I've been waiting for this ever since you came here. I thrust faster and faster until my loins can be contained no longer, and I send my hot, gushing seed into UN Sama's vagina. Let's stay like this forever, UN Sama. I hold tight onto UN Sama as my hot seed continues to fill her until it inflates her abdomen with my cum. This is the bestest day of my life. We fell asleep, and as she fell asleep with my meat. Wait, what? We fall asleep as she falls asleep with my meat scepter still occupying her.
Okay.
Wait, I want Jor to read
I'm
mine,
not reading
please.
Greg's.
Please.
I don't want
I read it
anyone
to
read
myself,
Greg's.
but I'm not reading that shit.
Oh my
It's
god.
under.
Wait, what's wrong with this one?
You read it, Fizz.
Have
read
you
it,
read
Fizz.
it?
Fizz, read
Hi,
it.
Empty.
Fizz, read it.
Hi,
Hello.
It's empty.
Daniel.
It's
What the
empty.
fuck do you want?
I want
Yeah.
you. You're missing out
Oh.
on the memes.
What am I missing out on?
All right, Daniel.
Fucking
Send me
watch
this
my
recording.
gamers.
Send me
What's
this
wrong
recording
with this
later.
one?
It's
I will.
2 in the morning. I'm going to bed. Good
Wait,
night.
but Mello, his last one.
Mello, are you going to read the last one in the next 2 minutes? I'm pretty sure he's still not
Wait,
there.
Fizz, read mine. Fizz, read mine.
I don't like that one. I think
we got enough autism after the
I
last
think
one I read.
I agree.
Greg's is too autistic.
You can't say Greg's is autistic after what you just made me read. Daniel.
I don't have the attitude or the personality to read something like this. I know Fizz does. Come
What,
on, dude.
You didn't like my passionate reading of the previous Copypasta?
No, I loved it, so that's why I want you to read mine.
Honestly, I think Fizz and I did the best job at reading the shitty copy pastas.
No. I definitely did the best. You didn't take the shitstorm that was what Daniel read.
Okay,
or posted.
right up until that last one we were tied, and then I think you took the lead with that one. Because I don't think anyone can top that.
Excuse me. No.
Hey.
None of you read that stupid dog one. I did the best. Fuck you.
Mellow.
I read the last
I
one too.
agree.
I read the last I read the last 2 paragraphs of that.
Mellow,
You cannot give
can
me that.
somebody please read mine?
No,
Hey,
Greg, it's too
Vsauce,
much.
Michael here.
It's too much, Greg.
Stop.
Also, it's not working to it from home,
Wait,
so I
no,
can't.
I'll read this one.
No, you had the last one.
Read mine.
Shut up.
You can't not give me the one with eating. Okay.
I mean, that's
maybe,
fair.
maybe Imperial should read one.
I want Mello to read his so I can get a bad fuck.
Wow.
Straight up. If you're not man
when
enough
did we
to
start
suck another
reading
man's
this?
cock and
What
balls,
time
bro,
did we start reading these?
Let Zach go. Come on.
can you kick a tough guy's ass? Great. Can you lick it with your balls? You're still a complete bitch because all that tough guys whip out his bag, run away like a faggot. Not me. I can slap a badass tough guy's nuts on my forehead until it leaves a red mark. I'm a crazy straw right out your dick hole and suck the cum straight out of your balls. Ready to wipe the half-dried shit off a powerlifter's asshole sack and hang myself with a floppy. And I will. Don't even get me started about how gay pussy is. It's an organ that's literally purpose-built to be a cock sleeve, to extract semen. Would you look another man's fleshlight? Fuck no. So why would you touch a girl's pussy? I'd rather tie my taffy balls in a Palomar knot and slide down a huge muscle man's rock-hard cock down like a fireman's pole. That's right, faggot. I'll kick your ass, but I'll fuck.
Wow. I think the Mellow Rush has finally returned.
Yeah, which one am I doing?
Taco's gonna think I'm a degenerate now. Hello.
I don't think
Oh, the
much has
one
changed.
by IQ.
You can read that one, and then I have one last one.
All right.
Or a few.
Adjust my mic.
Ooh.
Take a sip of tea.
Ooh.
My IQ is 165, but get this, I play football. Most people would expect a high IQ individual to be weak, maybe even disabled, and hold left-wing views. I, however, am not just a genius in intellect, but a strong athlete, genetically healthy, and highly creative as well. In fact, after skipping multiple grades, I was allowed permanent leave from school to work on my sport and craft. This is why I spend time enlightening the unintelligent layman online. Because not only am I perfect as an idea, but as well, I am ideologically perfected, perfectly moral in layman's terms. I often forget that the unenlightened are not familiar with such terms as ideology or layman.
Uh-oh. This one's great too.
That's like that guy's stale memes that Mello debated in Off Topic.
Oh, it's like literally
yes.
is.
Yeah, that's like that.
We should bring him back and then have him debate Mello and call. That would be
Oh
amazing.
shit, I would
That would
love
be
that.
I would pay money. We should do like a pay-per-view for it.
Yeah, do like the Logan Paul thing, but
Yeah.
like with our intellects. Yeah.
But it wouldn't be a tie. It would straight up be Mello raping someone. So.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Han.
Hello.
Hello, friend.
Hi, Hank.
I'm gonna get some crackers.
Hank, can you read this one?
Did you just say you're getting crab cakes, Chris?
I'm getting crackers.
Crab
I
cakes.
heard crumpets.
Nope.
No,
Nope. Sorry, I can't read. I'm illiterate.
it's not.
Ooh, is this the Communist Manifesto but free?
Yes.
Fuck yes. Did you
Actually,
literally
the
just
same
copy it and
education level
put
as
it
that.
through like an OWO translator?
Yeah.
That girl is haunting you up.
Oh no.
That girl is communism.
All right, Mello, you have to read another one.
All right. Fizz, did you want to do the Communist Manifesto?
No. I already did a super gay furry one. I'm not doing another one.
I mean, was it as gay as mine?
Zach's was pretty gay.
Wait, I want to do some
Yeah,
gay
we're
furry
about it.
stuff.
If you go up and you find Daniel's OO notices UN Sama skirt, that's what I read. But
Oh,
I did
yeah,
it
that
with
shit
an
was
actual like
hilarious.
furry voice. So
I was impressed by that, by the way.
you're welcome. You're welcome. I take pride in it.
And I'm a bit turned on just hearing about it.
Me too. Greeting summoner.
Daniel,
Hello.
you're stupid.
Hey,
Oh,
that's not very nice.
That's
Yeah.
just what I wanted to say, because Rico
I,
forced me.
It was a great fucking video.
Okay, let's go.
Our story begins with a 9-year-old Ewabakis. Ewabakis?
I don't know.
What the
I think that's Iwabicus.
Webicus.
Iwabicus.
Ewabakis. Let's go with that. Our story begins with a 9-year-old Owabacus melting away by the overheating family computer running Windows Vista with Intel integrated graphics at 7 a.m. in the morning. It is winter time. As the miserable rain dropped behind me as though there were people who had
I think it's the guy's username on Reddit.
Still doesn't make any sense when you say it out loud.
Yeah.
Anyways, as the miserable rain dropped behind me as though there were people who had jumped my abnormally skinny self with the Cadbury's chocolate in my right palm and the desktop's radiating heat integrating my hand to the computer mouse in a sticky partnership, I, Ewabicus, protested against the depressive outside world and the bleak precipitation by clicking away in the snowy haven of Club Penguin. At first, everything seems normal. We pick up some girls at the pizza parlor, and after showing off our pizza-making skills on the Pizzamatron 3000, this, of course, melted their icebergs, and every other penguin stopped eating their meals after they saw the amount of coins I got. In that instance, they all waddled out in front of the counter and simultaneously threw their snowballs up into the air, disintegrating into pixels of nothingness as they rendered out, a curse for being an in-browser game running Flash. It was a wonderful moment of my 9-year-old mind. Taking the pink penguins by the flippers, we transcended to my igloo, or at least until after they had accepted my invite, and then we had a jolly good time. I can't transpire to you what happened from this point onwards, but this majestic scene of a showering parade of love heart emotes and doing the boogie was all encapsulated within my year membership deluxe igloo. Oh, scenes of such affection occurring in the dorms of the designer of a penguin who had once obtained Penguin of the Week. For them, it was a luxury. For I, it was an utter privilege. Unfortunately, such times end. Mother just doesn't understand that we can't have dinner now. We're making puffles here. You send friend requests, of course, but for some reason you never play with these people again, even though they're on your friends list. It's a sad state of affairs, but it's just what happens in this online world. Logging back onto the Blizzard server, I grab a cup of coffee at the coffee shop. It's all going rather fine until Death comes at me in purple and yellow with a swarm of people behind him. Now I was a popular penguin, but not like this. The stupid 9-year-old me thought that I needed more than the penguin ladies at the pizza place, more than the tiny crowd of diners. Fireworks, not puny snowballs in my honor. And this guy was the penguin Chad, wearing an item called the beta hat. This was only available for a short time at the game's launch. While my penguin was over 1,000 days old, I could never, in fact, manage to get this item. Maybe I could have, but it was too simple-minded to understand what it was at the time and what magnificent penguin flaps it could grant me access. Oh, Jesus Christ. The ultimate penguin. A beaked blue breast with a year's membership and a black belt at card-jitsu that even Herbert P. Bear would be afraid of. Something so epic that it was even beyond the ranks of an elite penguin force agent. That was the beholder of the beta hat. I, the now troubled penguin, contemplated what actions would be necessary in order to become an almighty one and be as popular as the penguin I had once saw. My Pizzamatron 3000 game wouldn't last forever, not with this boy in the server. Thus, I headed to the dojo to speak with Sensei, the wisest penguin in all of Club Penguin Island, offering myself with a purposeful loss to the man in a friendly game of card-jitsu. I was rewarded with a randomly generated response, a beautiful and inspiring haiku. The simplest penguin knows that every journey begins with a simple step. Holy balls of puffle! It wouldn't take Gary the science penguin to work this one out. Being the millennial child I was, I managed to switch tabs to a site called YouTube when it was still good, upon which I find myself inside of a gift by the sensei himself. Funny, that was certainly sensei in the picture all right, but this name was pretty funny. A holy title by the name of Sea Penguin Hacks 2000. Awesome. Sipping my Diet Coke, I followed the tutorial of how to get the beta hat. Now, I was worried it would, because Disney would have made such a feature require payment, but it did the trick. A program that added only the hat to my inventory. A program that creates gods. Fellow penguins at Club Penguin would soon sculpt their king Ewabicus out of the iceberg east of the island for all to see. I would make the headlines of Antarctic's newspaper. Many bunnies were added that day, and the next and the next. I might never have to pay for a meal at the pizza place again. The time is 3:35 after school, a week after I did the unspeakable. I log on to go kart surfing, but something's not right. I am banned forever from Club Penguin. It is hundreds of pounds down the drain on membership and toys. Holy shit. What's worse is that I never told my parents for about 2 months. And even after they sent the email to complain to Club Penguin support, I lied that it was due to a coin glitch that happened unbeknownst to me due to the Aqua Diver game. It wasn't my fault. I never did get unbanned. I am so sorry for cheating my way to higher social power in the island of Club Penguin.
I'm actually decently surprised that it didn't somehow end in something sad.
Yeah. I am
Not
too.
disappointed, honestly.
That was beautiful.
Alright. Sadly, I had to miss most of it, but I'm back. Hi.
Oh, there we go.
Wait, is Mellow lagging for anyone else?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, my
Sounds like a robot to me.
Someone should try and attempt to read that.
Stop. Rigo, please.
Read it.
Alright. This is the exact reason I have a strong sexual attraction to donuts. Ever since I was 15, I would constantly ask my parents to bring home donuts from our local donut shop for me. They would give me donuts.
What is this?
Where is this? Yeah, what is he reading?
Oh, Daniel. I don't know what he wants.
Wait, Daniel, what are you having him
I'll
read?
relink it.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I would instantly sprint to my room and proceed to stroke myself with each donut, reaching a strong, earth-shattering, eye-rolling orgasm, and proceeding to tear a little hole on the side of each one, giving all of them a little creamy jelly filling. I was in ecstasy every time. Later on, I got the sudden curiosity to taste my newly filled donuts. Now, at first, I was a bit hesitant, but I'm a firm believer in trying new things. I took a bite, and to my surprise, it tasted really good. And my newly filled donuts actually tasted better than they did before they were filled. Soon after, I got a great idea. Years later, I got the opportunity of getting a job at our local donut shop.
Oh
The
no.
quality and taste of their donuts still weren't good at the time. Even several years later, I decided I would take matters into my own hands. Every morning, I would come into the shop before opening time, make sure I was the first one there. I would proceed to prepare the donuts for the day, stroking myself off with each one and ejaculate inside all of them, filling them full of my special creamy jelly filling. Soon enough, the donut shop started receiving more customers. We kept getting compliments, everyone telling us our donuts tasted great. Even our online reviews greatly improved, ranging from comments such as the donut quality of this shop has improved a lot. I recommend these to anyone who wants a donut to jumpstart their day. And other comments like, these donuts have started tasting a little salty but have tasted a lot better than they have before. Overall, great taste and great people. It made me feel great inside knowing that I saved our local donut shop and ended up getting us more business. After all, we became the most popular donut shop in the area. We became known for our special jelly filling. So in the end, I'm ending having a strong sexual attraction to donuts. If your donut shop is lacking in taste and quality in their donuts, don't be afraid to step up and take matters into your hands.
Rigo, that was amazing.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Rigo was actually just reading from his diary.
Yeah, Regal's sharing his deepest secret.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is sharing time, Nick?
He puts
Now,
that on
I'm
his
supposed
Sorry,
to
this
go
is a
in
no
the
judgment zone.
Yeah, I think you need to share too, Nick.
I need to share what?
You should read the one I sent you, Nick.
What did you send? What the fuck?
It's in your DMs.
What the fuck is this?
Wait, send it in chat.
Okay.
Why do you want me to read this?
You should definitely read it.
Why?
If you won't read it, I'll read it.
Wait, but I'm confused. You asked me to join this call and I don't
Yeah,
understand.
and now it's sharing time, Nick, and you have to read. You cannot just join sharing time without sharing yourself.
Come on.
Wouldn't I have to share something that you guys can't see? It's not really sharing then, is it?
Well, we just, you've printed out copies for us all. We're just following along, all right?
Nick,
I didn't
why are you
print
so
out-
quiet?
Because I'm in my room. My parents are close enough that I don't want to talk loudly.
I mean, me and Fizz are in the similar
Dude, they'll enjoy the
situation.
story too. It's okay.
See, I'll do it then. I'll do it then.
Ooh, yes.
I won't.
Fizz just likes reading, dude.
I'll take one. I'll take one for the team. This isn't cursed at all. I would do nasty, unspeakable things just to have the opportunity to tackle Shrek and rip off his clothes and ram his tree trunk-sized cock in my throat, getting it rock hard before I climb on top of him. I would bounce on his cock like there was no tomorrow. His cock would be so deep in my ass, making me quiver like Michael J. Fox licking a car battery. I'd grab onto his cute little ears like handlebars, riding his cock at night. As he would be a split second from ejaculating, I would stand up and turn around, revealing my donut-sized gaping asshole to Shrek. Then I would squat down and release the water from the diarrhea, quenching his thirst before he drifted.
What the actual fuck?
All right.
This is art.
Yeah, this is an art form.
Yeah.
This is how we express ourselves, Nick. And if you have something against that, then we have something against us. All right.
I
agree.
I identify with that.
Yes, I think we all do.
No,
it was beautiful.
You should make your return.
Right.
Which one?
The last one I sent.
The one that Hank just read?
No.
I don't know if I can do that one.
I didn't read anything.
Wait, you're serious? It's so good.
Wait, the one Hank said?
I don't know if I want more recordings of myself saying things like, please, you homosexuals, suck my cock.
I'll stop the recording if you want. It's too long, please.
Wait, you're recording
You have
this?
to read it.
Oh, I have all of this recorded.
That's unfortunate.
Oh boy.
Please, Mello.
Look, I'm not a hateful person or anything. I believe we should all live and let live. But lately, I've been having a real problem with these homosexuals. You see, just about wherever I go these days, one of them approaches me and starts sucking my cock. Last Sunday, for instance, I probably struck up a conversation with this guy in the health club locker room. Nothing fruity, just a couple of fellows talking about their workout routines while enjoying a nice hot shower. The guy looked like a real man's man, too. Big biceps, meaty thigh, thick neck. He didn't seem the least bit gay. At least not until he started sucking my cock, that is. Where did we get the nerve to suck my cock? Did I look good to him? Or gay to him? Was I wearing a pink feather boa without realizing it? I don't recall the phrase suck my cock entering the conversation, and I don't have a sign around my neck that reads, please, you homosexuals, suck my cock.
I'm crying. Thank you.
Oh my. I'm having a real problem with these homosexuals.
That was a perfect Mellow Rush delivery.
Yes. It was
This dude should actually be a Bible reader.
Dude, I've asked Mello on several occasions to record some philosophy books and send it to me.
I would pay
I actually
Miles
got the
money.
first I would literally pay
the
money
manifesto through.
for
but
Mellow Rush audiobooks. Read some Jordan Peterson books.
Boys, I'm like 2 minutes away from hitting 99 Herblore.
Nice.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
99 what?
Literally everyone in this class.
RuneScape.
Oh.
RuneScape 3, oh my god.
Oof. I don't know.
Someone, did you just take a picture of Tarzan and take off his eyebrows?
Yeah. I want to.
That's all that Zach does.
But who joined?
Wadu! He's here.
Oh god.
What's up?
Dude,
I did
you
nothing.
You missed all the fun stuff.
What did I miss?
This is correct. You
The
missed
fun stuff.
Literally everything.
It was really fun.
Everyone's tired now. We can't do any more.
I
Don't worry
I
though.
don't think
Daniel
anyone's
recorded.
gonna top Mellow.
Hmm?
I don't think anyone's gonna top the last one you did.
That was perfect.
Wait, hold on, Zach.
Are we just gonna ignore my freaking UN Sama reading? Hello?
That was so good.
What, Greg?
Zach, hold on. I'm gonna send you a picture, and I want you to take off your eyebrows.
Alright. I got you, dude.
We can save this one for next time, maybe.
My asshole could fit in a car.
That is a long one. What the fuck?
No, we
Paragraph
found
that really
longer
quick.
ones.
I'm gonna so people don't get lost trying to read that. Jesus
But then Ben
Christ!
Shapiro.
It's just a giant block of text.
So today, for the first
At least
time,
not on my
Nate
phone.
told
Okay.
I wish for Cooley was still here to read that one.
Oh
Does
no. Anyone want to take this one, or did I hit it?
If I'm doing it, I'm talking like Kermit the Frog.
Okay, go for it.
Do it
Yeah.
like Herbert.
Oh god, this is gonna be hard to do on
You
My
have to
phone. I have
commit.
to scroll.
No,
How long?
yeah,
Wait, how long is this?
okay. Okay, Zach. That's not what I mean.
Where are
Don't
you
make-
photoshopping up? Are you photoshopping a picture of Greg?
Don't make fun of my eyes.
Oh god.
To take off his eyebrows.
I don't know if I can talk like Kermit the Frog for this long. This is a long fucking
No.
2 paragraphs.
Just
You have to
take off
commit
the
for one. Just take a
eyebrows.
hit for the team.
That's not how.
Take a hit for the team.
This will be your one
Yeah.
and only, Nick.
I hope I'm not too loud. Or if I should.
Even if you're too loud, it's okay.
Yeah,
No,
louder the better.
No, it's not for you. It's for my fucking parents. Hold up, let me walk. Let me go downstairs. Let me go downstairs.
Yes, Zach, I have bags under my eyes. Okay, you don't need to.
You look like this random.
I asked you to take off the eyebrows, not destroy my whole life.
Not call him a tomato, alright?
I'm very tired of that.
Oh god.
Greg gets on a flight. They ask him to check his bags. He's not carrying anything with him.
No, in my eyes in the picture, I feel fucking disgusting.
Okay.
Yikes.
Am I doing this now?
Yes, you are.
Please.
Do I have to rate like Kermit the Frog, or can I do it normally?
Kermit.
However
Oh,
you
God.
please, but Kermit is preferred.
What Regal said, yes.
All right. Oh god, I haven't done it in a while. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna start laughing as I do this.
That's okay.
That's fine.
Don't worry.
My asshole can fit a car tire. If anyone actually reads this, keep in mind that an average asshole of a human being can dilate between 2 to 4 centimeters. One car tire is roughly 500 by 200 centimeters. So yeah, fitting a car tire in my asshole is probably a world record and should deserve a Guinness Book of World Records entry. My first piece of advice is if you think you can beat this record, is don't even try. My second piece of advice is, if the first piece of advice is ignored, start small and gradually move on to bigger things. Anal bleeding ruins many articles of clothing, including but not limited to socks and shoes. You take a breathe. Actually, while we're on the topic of anal stretching and clothes being ruined, you should know once the anus is stretched beyond 8 centimeters, the sphincter is rendered useless. Gravity will just pull the turd right out of your ass with no embarrass or anything. If your diet is fiber rich, this may not be as big of a problem, as solid turds can easily be disposed. However, if you are a fan of Taco Bell, be warned that splash damage is a very real thing. It's best during the anal stretching period to invest in a wide range of butt plugs. Not only will this stem the tide of fecal matter making dramatic exits through what can only be described as an industrial laundry chute. With the proper fitment of the plugs to maintain your latest stretch during downtime. Proper resting with a press fit butt plug is good and allows the body to accept the new monstrosity that is the size of your asshole. Anal fissures are a byproduct of stretching too rapidly without the necessary downtime and recovery. Anal fissures are extremely painful, and especially when infected by the wet bowel movements. The only benefit of anal stretching is a lack of fart noise, like a balloon stem. The known fart noise is caused by air movement vibrating the orifice it exits. Noise intensity are directly proportional to airspeed velocity, while the harshness of pitch is indirectly proportional to size of hole. With an escape hatch the size of a mini sub, airspeed velocity is virtually zero, thus no noise is heard, as gas produced by the body and exiting the colon tends to be wafted out as produced. I'm not even sure the action of farting is a thing when your asshole can fit a small adult inside of it. I suppose technically there is some air movement, but it would be no more significant than the running a leaf blower through the Grand Canyon. Finally, it should be cautioned to never leave your expanded asshole supposed to say uncovered.
No. Where's the rest? Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
I've never talked. I've never talked like that for that long. I had to take a breather halfway through.
Wow.
That's why like it hurt to talk that way.
I've talked in much more painful ways
Isaac,
before.
all right.
Why is someone
let's get it.
posting pictures of VeggieTales?
Is there a problem with VeggieTales, Nick?
Look at the
I
second one.
looked
Are you
up,
kidding me?
that's
I could go get a VHS tape of VeggieTales,
wait,
like five feet away from me.
Nick, there's actually a little bit more.
What the fuck? Where? Okay.
Who joined?
Yo,
Okay.
I saw Taco in here, so I had.
Dude.
All right. Well, you're coming in at a great time. You're gonna hear me.
Let's let Nick finish the last part.
All right. So wait, where did I leave off? Is that a separate paragraph or is it continue? Wait.
No, it's like continued. After Uncovered is where you were.
Where's uncovered? Oh. As birds, fish, and reptiles will nest in discovered cave dwellings, this then becomes a health and safety violation in many public settings that is best to generally avoid. I personally recommend having a sealed traffic cone or a small inflatable raft handy when you leave your asshole alone for more than 5 minutes. Butt plugs are an option, but only if you are staying under 24 centimeters in diameter. Greater than 24 centimeters, and the butt plug industry will have to create a custom-sized butt plug, which is costly and generally best to avoid. So in the conclusion, when going to the extremes of anal stretching, keep realistic goals, but always prepare ahead of time for size you may think unattainable. Your anus will surprise you.
Thank you.
No
Your
problem.
anus will surprise you.
Wow.
It's not the
That
only
is
thing that's going to
words to
surprise
live
you.
by.
Wait, there is one nutty that I
The
wanted
more
you
you
to
know.
look at.
What are we talking about? What?
In the meme channel. It's pretty good.
Apparently we've been doing readings. I just got here.
Yeah, same.
Jesus Christ.
We
What did I
started
walk
off with
into?
we started off with
There's
fan
some good ones.
fictions, and now we got.
We didn't start off with fan fiction. When did we start off with fan
We
fiction?
were doing. Someone was doing some fan fiction.
No, we were never doing fan fiction.
They
It was
just
always
happen to
copy.
include fan fictions in some
Hey,
parts.
fuck you.
Fan fiction.
Oh,
Do we have to have like a
find it.
dramatic erotic fan fiction like page just one time?
Read by Mickey
yes,
Mouse.
I'm working on one right now.
Ooh.
I think reading as Mickey Mouse would have been harder than Kermit the Frog.
Oh yeah.
Finally. You can't do a Mickey Mouse. It's too hard.
Greg, you don't have to
What do you
the
mean I
voice.
can't do a Mickey Mouse? Are you kidding me?
sound
I
like
remember
it.
this one time that one of my friends actually wrote like an erotic fan fiction between me and one of my other friends, like just
Nice.
straight up during class.
Was it hot?
No.
Did he get an A?
Did he what?
Nutty.
Did he not?
What did
Oh
you
my god.
Nutty,
Did he
can you just read one nutty and it be this
What
one,
the fuck?
please?
I don't have a special voice to read
It's
it
okay.
in.
That's alright. That was just
have my
Just read
brain.
it normally.
that was just me. Everyone else is
some
doing it
passion
when you
in your
read it.
So I'm kind of running like a dungeon right now, so kind
Oh
of
my
busy.
god, Nutty.
What's
Oh
more
my God.
important? You need to prioritize, Nutty.
You're caving
My
in.
eye level up, bro.
Hey, Nutty.
Daniel, post it. Post
About
it.
a month until I'm in Kalamazoo.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'll be in Kalamazoo in a month.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like 30 minutes away from KZ.
Where are you getting these from, Daniel?
Yeah.
I'm just finding them.
Where?
I don't know.
What are you
about
searching?
party
No,
in
but what are you putting into Google to search for these?
He isn't putting anything into Google. Just going to his bookmarks.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's true.
This is perfect. It's about a protein shake. Perfect for Nutty.
Oof.
I'm gay.
Despacito has become a huge part of my life over these past few months. I'll wake up to the familiar tune and fall asleep to none other. Every second of my existence is blessed by the melody of this masterpiece, thus making my life objectively perfect. No one on earth can argue that, and on top of that, every kind of pain I've been experiencing as of now, whether physical or psychological, has disappeared. Though it does have its side effects. Every instance in which some other sound interferes with music, my body starts to crumble. I become slave to Despacito. I suspect that this was, from the beginning, a plan to suck out the listener's life force under the premise of a perfect life. Should I ever stop listening to Despacito now? I will, without a doubt, cease to be. Save yourselves while you still can. It's too late for me. My skin is... I don't know. I'm a female.
In Spanish.
And although I'm a female,
Did someone
I've grown a
fucking
thick
say memes?
black
Oh my
mustache.
god, waffle.
Wait,
I waffle.
What the fuck is going on, boys? I'm gonna smash the pizza. What's going on?
Don't
We're
listen to
reading-
Despacito.
we're reading
Wait,
Copypasta
Daniel, were you still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was kind of sad Waffle didn't get to hear me.
Oh, he'll get to see.
They're really
So-
copypastas.
Are you gonna upload this to YouTube as like retarded shit?
Maybe.
Wait.
You should do it.
So I heard there was memes. Where are the memes?
It's in the memes channel.
Memery.
In the memory.
We're doing
Yeah.
Copypastas.
Oh fuck oath! Yes, I'm keen. I'm down.
Wait, you want to do the one that I just posted, Waffle? Or I can do it.
Oh
Hold on, let me have a
Yours
look.
isn't even a real meme.
What, the Gamer Girl one? McDonald's?
It's not even long.
Uh,
I got fucking 3 paragraphs to read.
Yeah, no, Nick got the short end of the
I've
stick.
done so many more other than this.
Yeah, okay.
Waffle,
Hey,
can you read this one?
Wait, I already posted that one.
okay. Wait. Oh, okay.
Did someone read it?
Should
I
I
read that one.
Oh,
should I
okay.
do the Macca's one?
Yeah, just go. You can read multiple ones.
God,
Okay.
I like that. Dude, please help me.
A Gamer Girl in a McDonald's? What could a pretty thing like her doing here? She likes food as well. My time to shine. Excuse me, m'lady. How can I be of service to your perfect figure? I notice your Mario t-shirt. I notice that you are a gamer girl. I myself am a gamer boy. So we can get along just fine. A bathroom, you say? Well, why would a pretty gamer girl like yourself need one when you've got my mouth right here? I feel like I should have fucking read it ahead of time because I had no idea what it actually said.
Someone
until I
clip it and just post it everywhere.
Waffle, I have an
But,
extended cut of one earlier.
Extended.
Oh wait, Hamlet's soliloquy, but every verb is replaced with yeet.
No.
Oh, no, please.
No.
Waffle, do you think you
yes.
can tackle this one?
Wait, which
Oh
one?
my
The one
god,
you
you're
just
giving
posted?
Long ass
Yeah.
like
one.
as much, if not more, than what I read.
I might have to like take a couple of breathers midway, but
You had your warm up.
actually, can I just have a moment to just read it, just to get in the mood?
Yeah.
It looks like a lot. It looks like a
You're
lot
not
more
allowed
on the
to
screen
read
of the phone.
It's like an adventure going through it.
Yeah.
You can't tell what you're saying.
That's true. That's true. Oh, do you want me to tackle it? This might
Yeah,
take me a while.
yeah.
It has to be a
Sure.
straight version reading.
Please.
Look, I'm not a hateful person or anything. I believe we should all live and let live. But lately, we're having a real problem with these homosexuals, man. You see, just about wherever I go, wherever I go these days, one of them approaches me and just starts sucking my cock. Like, take last Sunday, for instance. When I casually struck up a conversation with this guy in the health club locker room. Nothing fruity, just a couple of fellas talking around there, talking about their workout routines while doing a nice hot shower, you know? The guy looks like a real man's man. 2, big biceps, meaty thighs, thick neck. He didn't seem the least bit gay. At least not until he started sucking my cock, that is, you know? Where does this queer get the nerve to suck my cock? Did I look gay to him? Was I wearing a pink feather boa without realising it? I don't recall the phrase suck my cock entering the conversation. And I don't have a sign around my neck that reads, please, you homosexuals, suck my cock. I've got nothing against homosexuals. Let them be free to do their gay thing in peace, I say. But when they start sucking my cock, then I've got a real problem. Then there was the time I was hiking through the woods and came across a rugged-looking, blonde-haired man in his early 30s. He seemed straight enough to me. While we were bathing in that mountain stream. But before you know it, he's sucking my cock. What is it with these homos? Can't they control their sexual urges? Aren't there enough gay cocks out there for them to suck without them having to target normal people like me? Believe me, I have no interest in getting my cock sucked by some queer. But try telling that to the guy at the beach club, or the one at the video store, or the one that catered my wedding, or any of the other countless other homos who've come to me recently. Come on me recently. What?
How did you get it wrong both times?
Yeah.
I don't. This is anyway. Continuing on. All of them suck
Also,
my cock.
me too.
Me too. Wait.
Never mind.
Just keep going.
Hashtag me too.
I'm just gonna keep All of them sucked my cock, and there was nothing I could do to stop them, I tell you. When a homosexual is sucking your cock, a lot of strange thoughts go through your head. How the hell did this happen? Where did this fairy ever get the idea that I was gay? And where did he get those fantastic boots? It goes with your head at other times too. Every time a man passes me on the street, I'm afraid he's going to grab me and drag me off to some bathroom to suck my cock. I've even started to visualize these repulsive cock-sucking episodes during the healthy heterosexual marital relations I enjoy with my wife. Even some that haven't actually happened, like the sweaty post-game locker room tryst with fucking Vancouver Canucks forward Mark Messier. I don't know who that is. I can't seem to stop thinking about. Things could be worse, I suppose. I could be a woman trying to suck my cock, which would be adultery, and that would make me feel tremendously guilty. As it is, I'm just angry and sickened, but believe me, that's enough. I don't know what makes these homosexuals mistake me for a guy who wants his cock sucked. And frankly, I don't want to know. I wish there was some other way to get them to stop. I tried all sorts of things to get them to stop, but it's been to no avail. A few months back, I started wearing an intimidating-looking black leather thong in the hope that it would frighten those faggots off, but it didn't work. In fact, the only people encouraged them. Then I started getting really rough, slapping them around when they were sucking my cock, and that failed too. Even pulling out of their mouths before ejaculation and shooting sperm all over their face, neck, chest, and hair seemed to have no effect. What do I have to do to get the message across to these swishers? I swear, if these homosexuals don't take a hint and quit sucking my cock all the time, I'm going to have to resort to drastic measures, like maybe pinning them down to the cement floor of the loading dock with my powerful forearms and working my cock all the way up their ass so they understand loud and clear just how much I disapprove of their unwelcome advances. I mean, you can't get much more direct than that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I really love that you fixed that second to last sentence.
Yeah,
Be more
pinch
vulgar.
butt to ass.
Like,
I read the word butt and I thought ass would sound funnier, so I went with that.
Yeah,
no, we appreciate it. That was,
that was good. It
better.
was
like
clean.
Oh my god. What's going on? Oh well.
I feel like after reading that, I've actually become a bit gay myself.
Hey,
Wow.
look,
Good names, though.
You didn't have to read the UN Sama Copypasta. That one gave me ocular cancer.
How fucking long was that? I can't believe I actually read
That
all
was 3 paragraphs.
That was a
I think.
journey.
I know. It was like
That was a
it was
journey.
like it was essentially 4 paragraphs, really.
Yeah,
At least that's what it looks like on a phone. I can't really tell.
it's like
Hashtag me too.
Oh boy. I need a moment of just recovery.
Is that what I said? Don't go say come on to me, not come on me too.
you said come to me and come on me.
Well,
You messed
I
it
don't
both
know
times.
into it.
Fucking hell.
That's great.
English.
Waffle was just getting into character. Come on.
Fuck off. You got to get into it,
What
boys.
the hell is this?
Waluigi
This is a Waluigi fanfic. What the?
by William Shakespeare. Enter Waluigi. What a beauty.
I don't even think I can talk to do a Waluigi accent. That thing's fucking hard. It's the wah and the and wah.
Yeah, I just read what you sent me. Jesus Christ. What the-
Nutty,
take 'em.
please. I want it.
do what?
I want it, Nutty. You have to read that one.
Oh, read it out loud?
Yes.
No, read it in your fucking head. We don't.
Where are you finding all these
is it good enough,
copypastas?
Why don't we have Waffle read it? Waffle's fucking beautiful
He
at reading.
needs to recover. That was
Yeah,
a journey.
you have to have downtime. Come on.
Just need to lubricate my throat, ready for the next cock. I mean, reading. Sorry, can't get my mind off those. Go on. Yeah.
Those homosexuals.
Yeah, these homosexuals. The hell, man.
Those damn gays.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fucking
kid.
faggots.
Whoa, you took it too far there.
you guys finding this?
Yikes. My bad.
Yeah, where the fuck are you guys finding? It's like,
Uh,
what the fuck? You guys have like infinite ones.
we have our methods.
Christ.
I'm gonna Google the fast fan fiction.
Oh no.
No, please.
If I went to Daniel's house and then like there's a fucking door in the back of the house and I open it up, there's just a bunch of fucking little Asian kids typing all these things on their computers. Like, oh, this is how you get them.
Daniel has his little
That's
slave,
true.
his slave army going through.
Yeah, exactly. Writing all these.
I'm romping. This is my zoo enclosure.
Nutty, can you read this much shorter one?
What is that?
Where do you find these?
Please, Nutty,
What
please.
the fuck?
This one's perfect for you.
I don't play football anymore, dude.
Come on, just get in the character.
I don't have a character. I'm me, myself, and
Just
I.
be Nutty. This one's catered for you already.
Here, hey, look.
I mean, I can't read it because I never lie in the first sentence. Like, I just be straight lying.
Come
See,
on, Nutty. Just be gay for 5
Hey,
seconds.
hey, look. If anyone doesn't want to read their lines, I'll take it. Just don't.
This one's made
There
for
you go.
Nutty.
Toss
This
it
one's
fucking-
literally made for Nutty. Come on.
Well, it says I'm not gay, but that's wrong. So it's not made.
Nutty, come on. Alright. Go. Nutty, hello?
All right, you want me to fucking read it, dude? Hold up.
Please.
Let me post it in this Discord so it's easier to read.
Epic Rack Battles of History, Greg Heffley versus Anne Frank.
What?
Nutty,
Jesus.
whenever you're ready.
I thought they were linking a video or something.
No, just go.
Anne Frank rap battle?
No, it's a copy pasta.
You guys have to stop
Oh.
distracting Nutty. Giving him reasons to not do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are fucking. My ADHD is going crazy. Alright. Hey guys, I'm not gay. I play football. I accidentally clicked this thread because I thought my mouse was hovered over the hot girls thread. Well, since I'm here, I had a question. Let's say hypothetically I had gay thoughts. Yeah, right. And I found my close friend attractive. Ew, gross. And one day we just had sex in the back of my car after football practice. I would puke. The only thing I bang is chicks with big tits. You know? You know what I'm saying? But we didn't kiss. Would that be gay? Like, theoretically. We were wasted, and while we were banging, we kept calling each other fag. It's almost like a parody of when we bang chicks. Remember this didn't fucking happen? So that wouldn't make me gay, right? Just a jokester?
Okay.
I like the protein one better, dude. That one's fucking...
You can read that one too.
Greg, can you not sound like you're literally 7 miles away from your mic?
Yeah.
Like, please.
Sound like it. I bet he's fucking like across his house right now.
Okay.
He's on the other side of Trinidad.
How is this?
He's on the other side of Trinidad, aka his room.
How is this?
Oh god.
How is this?
That's better.
What'd you say?
It's been 4 hours.
Rigo, which one were you gonna read? Rigo, I miss your readings.
Alright. Which one do you want me to read?
The penis contact, whatever, the one where you suck your.
Alright, give me a moment.
What's going
on? You human.
What are you talking about?
Whoa. Wow.
Might have to cut that one from the
What the fuck?
What's going on? No one's streaming all that.
I mean, I am recording, but
Yeah, you're gonna get me fucking banned,
I'll
bro.
have to take one cut now.
You might have to cut that part out.
Yeah, I will.
Where did that come from? Jesus. Why do you keep saying it?
Why do you keep saying
Oh my.
What?
Okay.
Rigo, just read any of those 3 that you like.
Okay.
It might have been me by accident.
If your name is Waffle Jr., jump off a bridge, you fucking pig.
Oh no.
Rest in peace.
Okay, I'll read the middle one. Sure, let's
Okay.
go with that.
Alright.
It has been 4 hours since I successfully sucked my own penis. Things are different now. As soon as mouth-to-penis contact was made, I felt a shockwave throughout my entire body. I have reason to believe I have super strength and telekinesis now. 3 hours after contact, I noticed a van parked on my street, but no one has entered or exited the car since its arrival. I fear for my safety. I'm not sure what sort of power I may have stumbled upon, but it's possible that the government has found out. If I don't update again, please send help.
That was good. Nick, you should read another one too. It was pretty good.
Oh boy. Well, if you can find one for me to read.
Any of those two, honestly.
Yeah.
I like how some people go to book clubs and they fucking read lines out of books, and then we're fucking doing this. I love it.
This is infinitely more interesting.
Some people are like doing
I was
like
taking
it's like
notes
better book.
earlier. I was
Some people
literally
like
taking notes
doing,
earlier
like,
today on like
productive shit
cross-cultural
with our
political
lives.
philosophy and
Yep.
like sociology, and then I came here and I was like, yeah. So if
Dog penis.
why are these gay guys
Dog
sucking my
penises.
dick?
This is where you can learn psych. I have a fucking. Wait, hold on, boss. This is where you can learn psychology really well, dude. Right here, fucking college.
I agree.
A gathering of the highest intellectuals.
Learn how autisms think.
Oh,
Class right there.
Oh,
Miles.
No flame, no flame, no flame. I got tism too. Don't worry.
Miles, would you like to read
hey,
one more?
These two kind of suck, if you ask me.
Whoa, the IQ one's
I
perfect for
suck.
Mellow.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
In person.
Is that cat spread?
Yeah,
That's Cats. That's my boy.
Oh, you're just getting it off of our copypasta.
I am #1 fan.
Please.
You guys are literally just
I
copying
can
it off of
I can do the
Copypasta
first
Night.
one that you sent me,
Hi
but with
man,
the
hi man. I'm a very big
translations.
fan. I love
with the,
Fox, man.
You have that ready?
Thanks.
I have it with like the phonetic translation,
Oh,
so I could
please.
just say it as if I knew what I
Please
was
do.
saying.
Please do.
I'm in the middle of a Warframe game though, so I can't.
Okay.
See, dude, I know that.
Just let us know.
They're trying to tell me to read shit when I'm fucking
That's actually the one we
out here
started.
grinding.
Gaming.
Yeah, I'm a gamer.
You're fucking
We
gamer.
should end with Mellow since we started with it.
Waffle.
Oh.
I like how Falafel's just singing.
Falafel.
Falafel Junior.
Shut up, Falafel!
You should play this Manzillion. That should be your next video, Waffle. Play the Shireen Azillion skin and just
Wait, you guys hear
Falafel
this?
Junior.
Did you guys actually hear Falafel?
Yes.
It's Waffle's autistic friend.
Singing!
Twin, long lost twin.
Hey, I am Michael Winston.
Oh my god,
Waffle, can you please beat Kets over the head?
I agree.
Hey, why do you want to beat me?
That's him after losing 50 million ranked games.
That's how Waffle Junior sounds after dying once in any video game. He can die in a normal game to a silver. And his keyboard's
Yo, someone is having a good time.
Yes.
Relax.
back to muting myself so I can sing.
They can so easy.
I want to go
I think it's actually louder too, Waffle.
I'm just gonna fucking mute.
I don't even know where we were with the memes.
What the actual fuck was that?
I don't know, dude.
We were somewhere.
I just got.
If you ever need a hit,
I think Nick was.
Oh my god, that's so
Not for that line. Just to read it normally.
I don't know if I can do Mickey Mouse is so much. It's such a different way of speaking.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude, you can just read it normally.
Okay,
Yeah, normal is
Alright.
fine.
that's fine.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it. Horsecock is fucking mediocre. You know why? Because it lacks complexity. Canine cock has that glorious knot, but horsecock has a flare. Yeah, and after it comes, it's soft. Who wants a partner with super short stamina? But the flare keeps to come inside you.
What
Someone,
am I hearing?
someone keeps fucking posting shit and it's
Alright,
scrolling me down.
Just scroll up.
Where was I? So each one of your lovers' heartbeats that get propelled further into pleasure. Or what about the luscious curved taper of a dolphin or an orca? Thick at the base, the taper makes it an easy adjustment for beginners worldwide. Not to mention tensile. And how about the barbed feline cock? It takes some getting used to for sure, but it's not for everyone. But those barbs can really take you to the next level. The pain mixed in with the pleasure is exquisite. Look at snakes and sharks. There's 2 dicks to play with. Dragons have bumps and ridges, tapered and knotted, and every combination between. Alligators and crocodiles have dicks that are literally always erect. And don't even start on size. Last I checked, sex isn't all about the dick. As a matter of fact, you could say the cock is less than half of the important part of the sex. Horse cock is this glorified, uncomfortable human cock with no merits other than the size. And that's a pretty fucking weak merit for this lauded god of all cocks.
All right.
Thank you.
Someone
problem.
read mine. Y'all are all Americans, so that should.
So we just ignore typos?
No, you don't ignore typos. You speak the typo.
Funny. Those aren't typos. Just throwing that out there.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
those aren't typos.
They're intentional typos.
They're not even typos.
Someone wrote up all the lyrics.
Is that Fizz singing?
Oh god.
This is like when those people from fucking 4chan.
Daniel.
Okay, reminds me of that. What have you guys seen the like A thing? The open.
Daniel, no.
That's exactly what this fucking reminds me of.
I found one that is Gucci Gang in Old English. I really want to post it.
Yes.
I feel like that'd be actually difficult to read.
Yes.
I'm running to Saverney.
I want to read it.
I will take it.
No,
Oh wait, I got this.
Oh my.
You have to talk like Old English too.
Gucci Syndicate, Gucci Syndicate.
I wonder who can actually pull this off.
Gucci Syndicate.
Miles, can you pull off Old English?
Expended a decade of a certain currency in order to acquire.
This looks like it'd be really. You'd have to be reading. There's no way you can sing this in Old English. It looks hard as fuck.
Maybe Mel. Only Mel, I believe.
That's a passion of abusing Ben. Well, how do you fucking?
Yeah, I could give this a try.
Oh
Is Greg
baby.
trying to talk in the background?
Greg.
Greg,
Greg, shut up.
I'm confused.
Let
Am I really
Mel
that
try.
soft?
Yeah, very.
Okay, how about
You're like a really annoying background noise that we can't get.
I think that's
Yeah,
just
I'm
normal.
Uh,
has an obsessive passion of abusing benzyl methylene
Donut.
Miles.
I fornicated with a wench. I
Okay.
failed to be thinker appellation. Hey,
Hey,
Shut up,
I
Greg.
simply.
Greg, shut up for a second.
Alright,
Let Mel
let's
go.
try.
Gucci Syndicate.
Shut up, Fizz.
Fizz, kill yourself. Shut up.
Wait, what are we waiting for?
Miles. he's
Waiting
gonna
for
do
you
it.
to shut up.
Am I going to do it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Gucci Syndicate, 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 Gucci Syndicate. Expended a decad of a certain currency in order to acquire a series of linked metal loops, which purpose is intended for contemporary fashion. My wench has an obsessive passion of abusing benzoyl methylgone. I fornicated with a wench. I failed to bethink her appellation. Hey, I simply would not acquire a marriage ring for a wench. No. I would have preferably depleted my acquired currency for products of the Balmain luxury fashion trademark. Gucci Syndicate, Gucci Syndicate, Gucci Syndicate. The codeine cough syrup, which is in my possession, is of higher value than that of your landlord's monthly tariff. Hey, thy mother is still occupying herself below a tent. Oh. I am hitherto trading psychoactive narcotics, commonly known as marijuana, abroad. Commercial express airborne transportation vehicles. Huzzah. Me, including my grandmother, consume medicines purposely intended for recreational drug use. Oh, absolutely none of the matter is old-fashioned according to my perceptions. Fornicating with my facilitator. Pronounce the situation as education. purchased a few products of the Christian Louboutin consortium of fashion distinguished by its crimson sole. The said products are consumptive in terms of valuable currency. Curse thy air services, curse thy business. Wench, thy exhalation odor is equivalent to that of tobacco products. I would prefer to fornicate with a wench whom acquires the low-cost government-funded economy residences. They dismissed me from a commercial flight due to the possession of a single oxycodone pill. At the time, directly following the present moment, Lilium Pumpernickel is navigating a rapid private airport transportation. Each and every human being in this establishment cries, "Curse WestJet." Lilium Pumpernickel is hitherto participating in the trading of methamphetamine. $100,000 worth of ornaments equipped around my wrists, where at the same time I am taking small mouthfuls of promethazine hydrochloride intendedly brewed as a recreational beverage. Fornicate with a petite wench, cause revolver to damp. Lilium Pumpernickel head. That's, goddamn, that's so good.
Lilium Pumpernickel A, Lilium Pumpernickel O.
So, Finn, welcome.
That was amazing.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi, Sin.
Thanks.
I
Finn, you
just
missed me
joined
reading a bunch of paragraphs as
Oh,
Kermit
welcome,
Frog.
Sin.
You joined at just the right time.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a monologue, so I figured, I shouldn't interrupt.
Yeah. That was just him reading off of his journal.
Yeah, he was singing
yeah.
Gucci Gang in Old English.
Yeah.
Gucci Gang? You mean Gucci Syndicate?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Please don't relate the two, okay? One is infinitely better than the other.
You're right.
One is
my
a much
apologies.
higher class.
Oh, yeah.
One has class.
One has class.
Only classy people say the word pumpernickel.
Yeah.
Lilium Pumpernickel.
Lilium.
Does anyone want to read any last ones before?
Oh my god, I fucking love this one, Ian.
You've seen Pro ZD read this one, right?
No.
Me and Mitch were reading this a while back in Christy's server.
Can someone try and pronounce those alternate words for tits that they've gotten at? Wait, what is that? Okay, look at the start of the second paragraph.
I
Do
feel
you
like
want to try and
Waffle
say
would
that?
be Waffle would be amazing at this.
That'd be great.
Waffle, do you think you can read?
Or
this?
technically Cat Brody's want to read it too.
All right, everyone, shut up. Let Waffle go.
Hold up. Let me just give me a second. I'm just in the middle of PUBG at the moment.
Fuck off.
You could get Cat Spread to read this.
No.
No one.
PUBG is not a sign. Sorry.
Okay, hold on. Are we ready, boys?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
If I find a girl, I'm actually going to go on a hyper cruise of filling about 4,000.
No pre-reading, by the way. You have to start and go through the whole thing. No pre-reading.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's
I haven't pre-read it. I only read the first line. I'm like, yes. All right.
Okay, well, no farther.
Cats, mate. Settle down for a moment. I'm just going to read something. All right. We're about to find out. I got this new anime plot. Basically, there's this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean, some serious honkers. A real set of badonkers. Packing some bodong honkeros. What the fuck is that? What is that? Anyway. Massive honkeroos. Big old ton honker. What happens next? Transfer student. Goes up with even bigger honkeroo. Humongous hungamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamalongamal And in later episode, it is revealed that they are actually robots that were exiled by their master. And they think that if Senpai loves them, they'll become human. No cats, don't shoot! Anyway,
Well, that
they
escalated.
can only do. They can only be accomplished by the witch with huge bonkonkaroos and the transfer girl and the other girl with a real set of bonkers packing some double honkaroos.
It's like you're speaking words from a different language.
Big old cougars battle the witch, and they barely managed to beat the witch. And they were all naked for some reason, with the main guy bleeding a shitload of blood from his nose, and the girls become human and Senpai fight them one by one, even the witch that is 200,000 years old. And the main guy goes around the world to add girls to his harem. Yes.
There's a video on that.
And then they lived happily ever after.
Apparently, I can't pronounce fucking Badonka. Fuck, that's.
The Hunga Bunka. I can't even try it.
What
The
language is
Hunga
that
Bunkaloo.
from?
Absolutely massive. The hunka bunka
Hunga Bunkaloos.
Bahonga Longa Loos.
I feel like it is Australian English. Like waffles probably the perfect
Yeah,
one.
Greg, are you an expert on this kind of thing?
I don't think you can
I feel like if you
English after
approached a
that.
girl and then said, "You have like nice," I'm not even gonna try to fucking pronounce that shit. She'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Bahonga kangaroos?
Greg, aren't you an expert on this kind of language? Isn't this like your dialect
That
or
would
something
get
like
my
An expert on what?
On the Hunka Bunkaloos.
I'm not an expert on the Hunka Bunka
Who wants to read this one?
Oh no.
Don't tell my parents about this. Just
Fuck it.
Is that part of it, or is that you telling us not to tell your parents about this?
I sound fine, right? Fine right now, right?
Oh god. The fact that they describe hentai makes me depressed.
Yeah, the fact that they have to.
Anime girl porn.
Alright, you guys have a good night.
You too.
I could probably
it's basically morning. So.
Miles.
I meant to go to bed 3 hours ago.
We have to finish with Miles doing his last one, the one that started it.
Oh.
Alright, well we got one right
Oh
here.
my god.
We got one right here.
Greg, how do you have Wi-Fi on your pirate ship?
It's better than yours though. That's the fucking thing.
Miles, do you have it ready?
Every time he
yeah,
has
we're
that
ending
play, Zach is lagging.
Yeah, I guess this will be the last one.
How do I have Wi-Fi on my pirate?
You better upload this to YouTube, Daniel.
I will with some cuts because of some people.
Yeah.
One, no, because of what's his friend?
Spontaneously called a.
Waffle. Don't say it again. You're gonna have to cut. He's gonna have to cut this out.
I hate cuts.
Alright.
So what?
Because I have to make 5 different edits because of you. I have to cut 5 times.
Yeah, well, at least
Just cut yourself instead.
I should.
Yikes.
Oh yeah, you
No,
want
we have
to
to.
do that?
Melo has to end it off.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I need to
he
get
wants to
uploaded.
do one before I end it.
yeah. Let's have Miles be the last one right now. And then
Okay.
we're done.
To be fair, it takes an altitudinal IQ to comprehend 9 fathom Richard Mortimer. The humor is without a doctorate degree covering Bell inequalities, microlattice structures, and Schrödingerian quasi-contradictory quandaries, etc. Basically common knowledge amongst the top 10.3% among the world's best theoretical physicists. Most of the jokes will evanesce or float away like Kantian nomina vis-a-vis Kantian phenomena, or other semantic units, aka words, as to plebs, as they say in some ethno-linguistic communities. But I digress. Arigato gozaimashita. Further, thus, neologize, a neologism, henceforth, Rick's existential ideological naysaying, which is itself located within Malthuserian Foucauldian post-structuralism along the subversive critical lines of various neo-Marxist, Leninist, Maoist analyses. His tacit, see also Poliani, schemata, appropriates effective resonances from Narodnaya Volya literature, aka Neomanyan Neomu. The fans understand this, Inmo, colloquially known, except for Gettier cases, to quote the Chinese media scholar Jean-Claude Baudrillard, a negative judgment gives you more satisfaction than praise, provided it looks like jealousy. Un jugement négatif vous donne plus de satisfaction de dialogues. A condition que cela ressemble à de la intelligence causue to truly, but what is truth, cf. See also Surah 2140, John 1838. Appreciate the Aristotelian, Thomistic, Hegelian synthetic, interpenetrative dialogic concealed within and without these tokens of jokes. To realize that they are not just totalitarian ha-ha-ha smile in a postmodern world of hegemonic hoo-hoo-hoos from light-hearted Chopin to heavy-handed Brahms, if I may, no pun intended. They betoken something about Heideggerian Dasein. See also Mahabharata 539-58, through which we can. That's what I said. Fight me.
I say it with the Indian accent.
Mahabharata. There.
Wow.
Through which you can, in the words of the poet William Wordsworth, Yige wushu konglai meyo chidao tazong shi yige yo liang niren. Also, ni shige baich, for those who aren't fluent in Korean. Note, mankind is a sexist term. See Judith Butler's Gender Trouble, published by Routledge, London, March 1990. Or should I say, specimens of mankind who manifest dissatisfaction potiste mi para la co la me potiste kines. Contingent upon their, yeah, for sure. Contingent upon their final Rick and Morty's transcendental apperception via memification truly. But again, what is truth? Omae wa mo shin eru. You are idiots. Masculine of idiota in German, contra patriarchal discourse. Of course, necessarily, they wouldn't appreciate vis-a-vis their unity of conscientiousness. For instance, the linguistico-Bayesian formal articulation in Rick's slogan existential wubble of a dub-dub, which is itself a Derridian polyhypertextual paradactylic reference to Turgenev's Lacanian epic. Vi используйте переводчика не так ли сука. I'm smirking right now in several languages, just envisioning in my corpus callosum one of those cisgendered capitalist fascist hyper-puritanical anti-omnicorporatistic bigots scratching their yin-jing. Excuse my French. In Anti's Renaissance as polyglot, Renaissance Zen man Dan Harmon's Minervian owl unfolds itself. Note, anata wa jisai nikore o hon gaku shite ita no desu ka.
Oh my god.
Anata wa anata no jikan o muda ni shite imoasu. At the break of dawn, semantic balderdash on a Lovecraftian booth tubes to subtly reference to semantic units of the Scottish philosopher David Hume, who would also say, anata mo mama wa totemo je suis tout seul.
That was
a journey.
That was beautiful.
Round of applause, please.
Welcome back. Welcome, George. Just at the end.
Does Mel cut out for anybody?
No, just you.
No,
Fucking pirate.
He's like cutting out 6
fucking pirate.
I just have to say, Regal's donut story was probably the most underrated.
I agree.
I think everything Waffle did was perfect.
That wasn't
Happy
awful.
accidents.
Happy accidents.
We'll make some
Unfortunate accidents.
It happens, you know.
What did you find?
Oh no, I didn't find anything, Cats. I was just
What's a happy accident?
happy accident. Oh, dropping a few N-words, mate. You know, it happens.
I didn't realise that we were dealing with men of culture.
Oh, you know.
It
I
was a
didn't
good
realise
run.
it was a
It was a great run.
It was a
the
good run,
entire
boys.
the entire night spent reading copypastas
What
and
the
fun.
Grand Game Book Camp?
Oh
He's
my
a
God.
gamer! Look at this guy in chat! Bogs! That guy's gaming!
What are you talking about?
In the Kazakh's Discord, man! Promoted to Silver 1! He's got fucking 300 games! He's a gamer!
Fucking champion, boys.
Fucking gamer, bro.
Guys
Woo! I'm gaming! Look up, I'm gonna get a victorious skin!
He's the chosen gamer.
Oh my god.
That's me a couple of years ago. That's me like a year ago.
Flaming his teammates in Silver 1, dude.
That's me a year ago.
Be victorious, brother.
Game on.
That guy's gonna fucking game until his 4th skin. Are you gonna go to that podcast?
The gamer to outgame all gamer.
It's a pretty good meme night.
The goldfish slogan,
Yeah,
the snatch
this
that
was
smiles back, implies that the
Message
goldfish
moderated
laugh
if you're a
at the
Kazakh's
same
master.
Not only understand that I am smiling, but also has the facial muscles to copy and return the facial
Oh
expression.
god, not another one.
All the while aware of its impending fate of being eaten. Furthermore, this slogan implies that the people that created the goldfish crackers have domination over artificial life and the ability to create it, all the while granting the sentient cracker edibility. Does that mean that the people who make goldfish crackers are hinting that they have the key to life and good, nutritious, edible yellow fish?
I thought you were talking about
I take credit for this night because I sent the suggestion and service
Greg,
suggestions.
Greg, no one cares about you.
appreciate it, Greg.
I take credit for this entire night. Without me, this night would have never happened. Thank you.
Oh, this one's probably my favorite. I wish we would have gotten to this one. Oh.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love this one. I
Alright,
feel
boys,
like
I'm just gonna mute you all quick because we're playing pub. We're in like
yeah,
the
that's
top
fine.
14.
Oh, this one night.
I feel like not many people can pull this one off. Maybe Regal or Mellow Rush only. I don't know.
Rigo, you want to tackle?
No, thank you.
No.
See, I could do more retarded.
This one's all on the delivery. It's pretty good.
I could do more retarded voices. The problem is, at some point, I start getting a little loud. My parents will wake up.
Yeah. So.
That's terrible.
Day in school, we had a substitute teacher in one of my classes, and I pulled an epic prank on the whole class. When he had to leave the classroom for a few minutes, I went up on the board and wrote "trollololol" in all caps. For those of you who don't know, this is a catchphrase of Trollface from Rage Comic. It took up half the whiteboard. XD. By the time he got back, I was sitting at my desk pretending that nothing happened, but all my stupid classmates were staring at me. They didn't get the reference. When the sub asked who wrote, I was trying really hard not to laugh, and I stood up while making the same facial expression as the Trollface meme, and I asked, "Problem?" As I was at least expecting one of my classmates to laugh, but nobody did. Like I said earlier, they did not get the reference. Still standing, I thought of a new joke. I made the facial expression of Doge, a different internet meme. And I said, much troll, very epic. So everyone would get that it was a joke about the troll face. To my surprise, not a single person laughed. After a few seconds of me waiting for everyone to get the joke, a kid said, "Sit down, faggot." I asked if he went on 4chan forums because they made up the word, but he just looked at me like I was a stupid one. By now, pretty much the whole class was yelling at me to sit down and shut up. I took this opportunity to make a 4chan reference, so as a joke, I yelled, "Fucking normies," because that's what 4chan calls people who don't get memes, and ran in circles around the desk with my arms behind my back like an anime. XD. I got a lunch detention from this up, but it was worth it because I got to troll the whole class.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Rigo, was that
My name is Greg R. I'm not a fucking pirate, Zach. Fuck you.
My name is My name's Greg R.
What is there's a great pin that summarizes Zach's understanding of where I come from. Here it is.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording.
Vermijden,
Vermijden.
GG. I stopped.